Hello everyone. So today we are learning equation of tangent line at a point on a space curve. So let us assume that we have a space curve C and there is a point P. In earlier lectures we learned how do we find the unit vector along that point P, along the tangent to the point at point P. So let us see. Say we have a curve C and we have a point P, right? So what we learned that how we can find a tangent to this curve point. So let us say this is the tangent at this point P, and now let R be the position vector of point P on the curve. So let us say this is my origin and this is my position vector of this point R. Okay, so in the last lecture we learned how do we find the this is the tangent line, and we found that the unit vector of passing through this point P along the tangent is denoted by t cap. And definitely we learned two formulas for t cap: dr by ds, and there was a simple notation for this, r dash dr by dt divided by mod of dr by dt. So this concept we have learned earlier. So now what we are going to learn? We are going to learn how do we find equation of this whole tangent line. Okay, so यहाँ पर जो भी एक unit vector है which that we have already denoted by t cap. So what we to see, say this is my tangent line. So let us take any random point q over it, and since it is a new point, so there would be some position vector of this q. So let us denote the position vector of this q like this, and let us call this capital R. So let us see the rest of the part. Let R be the position vector of any point Q on the tangent line P. So this we have already understood. So now definitely what I can conclude that this is the tangent line, and there is a unit vector which is lying along this tangent line. So definitely tangent line and unit vector both are lying on this line, so both are parallel to each other. So I can say tangent line is parallel to unit vector along tangent. So what I can conclude out of it, what is my tangent line? It is my vector PQ. Since it is parallel, and we know if we have vector A parallel to vector B, then one vector can be expressed as lambda times the other vector. So from here I can write what? I can write vector this is equals to magnitude of this into t cap. Am I right? So this is any constant, so let us call it any constant, say lambda, and what is my t cap? T cap is nothing but r dash. So this is my formula for tangent line PQ. Now let us see the elaborated form. Now again look at this form diagram, refer this diagram. So here we have three vector. First vector is OP, another vector is OQ, and third is PQ. This is what we need to find. So now in this triangle we can apply the triangle law. So now in triangle OPQ, using triangle law, we have what? We have OP plus PQ is equals to OQ. So now I can put each and everything. What is my OP? OP is vector R, PQ is this thing, and OQ is capital vector R. So thereby I can use this term, and what do I get? Vector R is equals to R plus lambda times R dash. So this is my definition, or you can say the required equation of tangent line at P. So this P. So we have to remember this equation. So now note one thing, here we have R dash, correct? So this is my first definition which we will remember. And what does this R dash denote? R dash, and आपको याद होगा dash means we are differentiating with respect to S. Okay. Now we are going to rewrite this equation in one more form. Let us see that form. Now recall that R dash, we earlier learned this formula that R dash is nothing but dr by ds, and we can write it as dr by dt divided by ds by dt, and thereby we got R dot by ds by dt, right? So what I can do out of this, I have the value of r dash now. So r dash is expressed like this. So now I am going to substitute this value 2 in equation number 1. We get vector r is equals to vector r plus lambda times lambda into r dot divided by ds by dt. Am I right? So now what I'm going to see, this lambda is my scalar and this is again a scalar quantity because s was arc length, right? So I can give it a new notation and let us see, we are going to rewrite it like this. Vector r is equals to r plus mu times r dot. So this is my another way of finding the equation of tangent line. So mark this as equation number 3 where what is my mu? Mu is lambda divided by ds by dt. So ये आपको याद रखना है. So now what we have learned? We have learned two major definition of R. Capital R stands for equation of tangent line at any given point P. So it is expressed as r plus lambda times r dash, or it is expressed as r plus mu times r dot. So you see there are two type of definition. First one was involving r dash and the second equation was involving r dot. So it means, and we know dash, we use dash symbol when we are differentiating with respect to s, and dot symbol we use when we are differentiating with respect to c, t. So it means there is a summary, means note is when equation of curve is in parameter s. If the given equation of the curve is in parameter s, then what is my capital R? It means we will going to differentiate it with respect to s. So it means dash symbol we can use. So in that case, equation of tangent line will be given by this thing, small r plus lambda times r dash. And second part, if the equation of the curve is in parameter t, then we define our capital R as r plus mu times r dot. So this is my whole conclusion of this whole work. Okay, so let us move to the next concept. So this is my next topic in which we are going to learn the Cartesian form of equation of tangent line. Earlier we learned the equation of tangent line in vector form. Now I will express each and everything in terms of x, y, z, and that's why I will call it Cartesian form. So let us see the concept. So this is my concept in which this was my first equation which we have learned in a while, that capital R equation of tangent line is equals to small r plus lambda times r dash, where what is my R? It was the position vector of point P. What was it? It was a curve C and there was a point P, and this is my tangent line, and this, say we have O, so this was a position vector R, and then we took another point Q and its position vector is capital R. So now we got position vector of point P as x, y, z, and position vector of r dash. Definitely r dash is obtained from R simply by differentiating with respect to s. So it would be coordinate will be, we will differentiate with respect to s, x dash, y dash and z dash, correct? And lastly was capital R. This was the position vector of Q, that is capital X, Y, Z. So since we already know all the three vectors and all their Cartesian point, so now I can write the vector in elaborated form. So let us write them. So what is it? So it means, what is my capital R? It is capital Xi, capital Yj and capital Zk, right? Similarly I can write vector R as small x I cap, small y j cap plus small z k cap, and the last one is r dash. So what is my r dash? We know the position vectors, so it would be x dash I cap, y dash j cap and z dash k cap. So these are the vector form of all the three vectors. So now what I'll do, I will put each and everything in equation number A. Now first I will rewrite my equation number A. Means I can write it like this: r minus small r is equals to lambda r dash. What I've done, I've just simply shifted this to another side. So that's why this is capital R minus r is equals to lambda times r dash. So now I just write the vector form. So what I'll get, I put capital R, I put small r, and I put this thing. So now here we have subtraction. So I will get capital X minus X I cap, capital Y minus Y j cap, plus capital Z minus Z k cap should be equals to lambda times X dash I cap, lambda times Y dash j cap, plus lambda times Z dash k cap. Definitely it is fine. Now since right hand side is a vector and left hand side is also a vector, and there is a equality in between, so it means the corresponding coefficients has to be equal. So let us see what you get. We get x minus x is equals to lambda x dash, and y minus y is equals to lambda y dash, and z minus z is equals to lambda z dash. Definitely. Now I can see one thing which is common in all these three equalities is lambda. So how I can rewrite it? Can I rewrite it like this? Minus z upon z dash is also equals to lambda. So I have three different equations. Each quantity is equals to lambda. So what is the final conclusion out of this? So we get x minus x upon x dash is equals to y minus y upon y dash is equals to capital Z minus Z upon Z dash. Definitely all these three quantities are equals to lambda. Now you see this equation. This is my required equation of tangent line in Cartesian form. Because it is expressed in terms of x, y, z. So it means what we have started from, where we started with capital R is equals to small r plus lambda r dash, and now we got in the same fashion we get Cartesian form: x minus x upon x dash, y minus y upon y dash, and z minus z dash upon z dash. Okay, so now I'll see the second part, because we learned two definitions of tangent plane. The first one involving dash and another which was involving dot. So we will, on the same fashion, we will write the Cartesian form. So let us recall the second part, in which we had equation of tangent line was capital R plus mu times R dot. Correct? So required Cartesian form of tangent line is given by x minus x upon, and similarly it would be y minus y, it would be z minus z. Absolutely the same. The only difference is earlier we used dash because it was involving r dash. Now we are involving dot, r dot. So correspondingly here will be x dot, y dot, and z dot, and it is also very easy to remember. So it depends what vector equation we have. So it means what if the original equation of tangent line involved parameter s, so in case we will use dash symbols, it means we can differentiate it with respect to s. If it in case is expressed in terms of parameter t, so it means I can differentiate with respect to t, so it means I will be using the symbol dot, and thereby I can write in this way the Cartesian equation of the tangent line. So this is my two thing. And one more note I will tell you, one more point to be noted over here: whenever we are differentiating with respect to s, right? So whenever we are differentiating means our parameter is s, right? So in that case, x dash, y dash, and z dash, these all are direction cosines. Let me write it. These all are direction cosines of the given tangent line. So in question he can always ask you, tell me the direction cosines of the tangent line. But in case we have say parameter t. So it means we can definitely find x dot, y dot, z dot, and what do we call them? These are the direction ratios of tangent line. So this is also a significance that how we find the direction cosines and how do we find the direction ratios. So this completes my topic in which we are learning how to find the Cartesian form of equation. Now we are going to learn the next concept. This is my next concept in which we are going to learn the last form, equation of tangent line to the curve of intersection of two surfaces f1 and f2 is equals to 0. In earlier lecture we learned that we can also express a curve as intersection of two different surfaces. The first one is f1 and the second one is f2. So let us see how do we find equation of tangent in such case. So let us say the given equation of curve of intersection of given surfaces is like this. What it is? f1 of xyz and f2 of xyz is equals to 0. Now what I can do next? I can definitely differentiate with respect to s. So it means what? Now I am going to differentiate both the equations with respect to s. And what is my f1? f1 is any function of x, y and z. So how do I differentiate it with respect to s? So let us see. It would be del f1 by del x, because I can find derivative of f1 with respect to x, and then I can write dx by ds, because ultimately I am differentiating with respect to the parameter s. The next is similarly del f by del y into dy by ds and del f by del z into dz by ds is equals to 0. Correct? But one more thing, it is my function f1, so I have to write f1. Correct? On a similar note, I can differentiate the second equation with respect to s again is equals to 0. Okay, so now I received two equation, and each and every equation is involving dx by ds, dy by ds and dz by ds. So definitely, since two things are common in both the equations, so I can solve it. Solving the above equations, what I will get? Definitely I can apply rule. So it would be like this, and this would be like this. So how do we solve in such case? Dx by ds, you just forgot this one for a while, and then you just look at the coefficients, this into this minus this into this. So what I will get? Del f1 this into this coefficient, del f1 by del y into del f2 by del z minus this into this. So it would be del f1 by del z into del f2 by del y. Okay, now we move ahead to the next part where we have dy by ds. So again just forget this part, and then we start from right hand side again. So this into this minus this into this, the coefficients. So we start with it, del f1 by del z and del f2 by del x. So let us write it. We get del f1 by del z and del f2 by del x minus this into this. So it would be del f1 by del x into del f2 by del z. Okay, now in a similar pattern we will write the third part where we will forget this and we will solve this part. So we'll get del f1 by del f2, it would be del x by del y minus del f1 by del y into del f2 by del z. So this is the way to get the equation in this form, and so let us mark it as 1. Okay, now one more thing, x, you can see we are having dx by ds, and agar aapko yaad ho, we know dx by ds is same as x dash. Similarly dy by ds is x pi dash, and this is dz by dz, right? And earlier we got the equation of tangent line, and we know equation of tangent line is x minus x upon x dot, and x dot was nothing, x dot was dx by ds. Similarly y minus y, it would be dy by ds, and it would be last one was capital Z minus Z dz by ds. So mark it as 2. So I can divide both the equation number 1 and 2, and I will eliminate this part. So let us see what I will get this divided by this. So what I'll have, x minus x upon this whole quantity and y minus y upon this whole quantity, and the last one is z minus z upon this whole quantity. Okay, now I'm going to give you a shorter way to how to learn and remember this thing. Very easy. So we have f1. Let us see how do we remember it. So first you write f1 f2 minus f1 f2. Similarly again also f1 then f2 minus del f1 del f2, and the last one also del f1 del f2 minus del f1 del f2. Okay, so now you just simply have to remember the next thing, and it's very easy. Since we are writing the first one where x is involved, so we will start with y and z, because we have 3 coordinates x, y, z. So x is already here, forget x, y and z. So first term will be y, then z, then z, and then y. I guess very easy to remember. Now you can verify these are the same things. Now we are moving on to the second one, y minus y. So y, x, y, z. Forget y. So we start with z. So it would be del z, del x, del x, del z. Correct? Now move to the third part where I have capital Z. So x, y, z. Forget z. We'll start with x and y. So first we'll have x, y, and y, x. So this is my final equation which I receive, and this is nothing. This is what? This is my required equation of tangent line when we are provided the curve as intersection of two curves, which one? f1 and f2. So this also you have to remember. Now we will see one example. Let us consider this example. Let us see the example. Find the equation of tangent line at the point t is equals to 1 to the curve given like this. Now the curve is given in terms of x, y, z, and x, y, z are expressed in terms of t. So you remember what is the formula for equation of tangent line, and then we will proceed accordingly. So first we will write the equation of tangent line. So now equation of tangent line is given by this thing. This was the Cartesian form. Why I am using the Cartesian form? Because I am given information in terms of small x, y, z. Now the things come, what should be in the denominator? Since everything is in terms of t, so definitely what I'll have, it will be dx by dt, dy by dt, and dz by dt. Always whatever is asked in question, just write on the formula and then you proceed accordingly, and you will easily get your answer. So let us mark it as 1. We have to find this 1. Okay, now we need to have dx by dt, dy by dt, and dz by dt, and you can see x is already provided to you, so you just simply need to differentiate each quantity with respect to t, and thereby will get the required thing. So now as x is equals to 1 plus t, this implies what is dx by dt? It would be 1, and y is equals to minus t square. This implies dy by dt is equals to minus 2t, and the last one z is equals to 1 plus t square. This implies dz by dt. This is equals to 2t. So I have all the three quantities with me. Now one specific thing he has asked you equation of curve when t is equals to 1. It's a particular case. So first we will put each and every quantity in equation number 1. Therefore equation of tangent is, substitute each quantity in equation number 1. We get what? X minus x upon 1, capital Y minus y upon minus 2t is equals to z minus z upon 2t. Correct? This is my equation of tangent. But he has asked you find the equation of tangent at the point t is equals to 1. So what we have to do? We just simply have to put t is equals to 1 over here to 1 and just solve it. This implies we have x minus x upon 1, y minus y upon minus 2, and z upon z minus z upon 2. So I can rewrite this equation as 2. So this is my curve. So we learned how to find the equation of tangent line with the help of an example. So thank you for the day.